5 things a female narcissist does when she's completely alone. We often imagine a narcissist as someone who only exists in the spotlight, someone who manipulates, charms, or devalues everyone around her. But what happens when the stage lights go out, the front door clicks shut, and she is finally alone? Does the mask drop, or is the mask all there is? The truth is, when a female narcissist is alone, she isn't relaxing. She's on a high-stakes mission to maintain her ego. Without anyone to provide her with validation, she has to manufacture it herself, or face the crushing emptiness beneath her carefully curated exterior. What you don't see is that her private life is rarely quiet, restful, or vulnerable. Instead, it's an intricate performance, carefully designed to reinforce her control and sense of self. The first thing a narcissistic woman does when alone is enter her digital war room. Her smartphone, tablet, or laptop becomes both weapon and mirror. This isn't idle scrolling or casual browsing, she is conducting reconnaissance. She audits her own social media, looking at photos and posts not for enjoyment, but to make sure her persona is flawless, her brand untarnished. But she doesn't stop there. She dives into the profiles of anyone she sees as a threat, a more successful colleague, a new partner of an ex, or someone she is silently punishing with attention withdrawal. She examines their posts, stories, and even old photos, comparing herself to them, looking for flaws, and quietly reassuring herself that she is superior. Every like, comment, or share becomes a small victory, proof that she still commands attention and influence even when no one is physically around. This solitary digital battle sharpens her ego, keeps her mentally active, and prevents the boredom that would otherwise expose the void beneath her carefully constructed exterior. The second thing she does is rehearse her script. Conversations, arguments, apologies, or victim moments are all meticulously practiced behind closed doors. Alone, she replays past interactions in her mind, rewriting them until she always comes out on top. She imagines future conversations, perfecting the cadence, the pauses, and the tone of her words so that she can provoke, manipulate, or charm exactly when she chooses. By the time she actually speaks, she isn't having a spontaneous interaction. She's performing a role she has crafted in solitude. For example, if she anticipates a confrontation with someone she feels wronged by, she will spend hours rehearsing what she will say, how she will respond to counter-arguments, and how she will make herself appear innocent, powerful, or desirable. Every line is a carefully polished tool to maintain her dominance in social and emotional arenas, and every pause in her speech is a calculated measure to ensure she never loses control of the narrative. The third thing she does is audit her supply. A narcissist survives on attention, admiration, and influence. So even in isolation, she mentally categorizes her sources of supply. Who is currently useful? Who needs to be hoovered back in? Who can be discarded because they are beginning to see through the cracks? She may even test the waters by sending out a few bait texts or messages, not because she cares, but to see who responds. Each reply or reaction becomes proof that she still has influence, that her presence matters, and that she can control or impact people's emotions. This is not about love, friendship, or genuine connection. It's about validating her sense of power and ensuring that the machinery of her persona is still running smoothly. Even when physically alone, she is never truly disconnected. She is always assessing, measuring, and manipulating in her mind, making sure her world is still aligned with her ego-driven rules. The fourth thing she does is examine the mirror and the mask. Vanity for a female narcissist is not just about beauty. It is a form of survival. Alone, she scrutinizes her appearance in ways most of us would consider obsessive. She examines her skin, posture, wardrobe, and even expressions not out of self-love, but to maintain her market value in the eyes of others. She tests outfits, practices different facial expressions, and imagines which persona to project tomorrow. The ambitious professional, the vulnerable beauty, the serene goddess, or the charming social butterfly. The mirror is not a place for reflection. It is a diagnostic tool, a rehearsal stage, and a check on the machinery of her image. If a wrinkle appears, a new gray hair shows up, or her posture falters, she immediately devises strategies to hide, correct, or reframe it. Her mask is never off. It's simply being polished, refined, and maintained for the next performance. The fifth thing she does is face the void and run from it. Eventually, the scrolling ends, rehearsals stop, and the house falls silent. Alone, she confronts the emptiness beneath her constructed persona, a void most of us would find uncomfortable. To escape it, she distracts herself, binge watching, shopping, drinking, or creating minor crises to solve tomorrow. Anything is better than sitting in stillness with her own mind, because that silence exposes the fact that her sense of self depends entirely on external validation. So, the next time you imagine a female narcissist alone, don't picture guilt or remorse. Picture her as a technician, working overtime in the dark to maintain her persona. The mask never truly comes off. It only gets a fresh coat of paint. Alone, she isn't vulnerable. She's calculating, rehearsing, and surviving in the only way she knows. Understanding these private behaviors helps explain why she always projects control, charm, and superiority in public. It isn't just performance for others, it's maintenance for herself.